Hi guys, I am back with my next installment of making my own George Lynch guitar. This is a replica of the Charvel sub camo that he had back in like 1984 or something. So I'm done with the paint and the finish on the body. Completely done. See if you can get a close-up look there. See, it's pretty shiny. It's actually really smooth feeling. In the video, it looks like it might be a little bit bumpy, but that's mostly due to the video. So it is slightly, but when you run your finger across it, it is really smooth and slick and feels really nice. Here's the back, just plain orange. So let me just say that this turned out way better than I was expecting. It exceeded my expectations as far as the way it looks and doing the whole finishing process. I'm pretty darn happy with it. So what I did was I did 3 cans of spray clear coat. It's just Rust-Oleum clear gloss that I bought at Walmart. I did 3 cans over several days. You know, I did like 1 coat, wait 10 minutes, second coat, 10 minutes, third coat, and then I'd wait like a couple hours and do 3 more coats and then probably wait till the next day, and just did that for, I don't know, maybe 5 days or something until all 3 cans were empty, spraying over the entire body. Then I let it sit for about a week. And then at the end of the week, I did some light wet sanding. I used 3000 grit sandpaper because I didn't really want to sand into the clear coat because it was already like pretty smooth and shiny and nice looking. So I just wanted to kind of smooth it out a little bit. So I just went over the whole entire body with 3000 grit sandpaper. Some people might tell you to use a stronger grit, and one of the videos I watched, he did like 1000 grit, and then he went to 1500 and then 2000. So I just did 3000 grit, and it was pretty smooth. Now here's the really important part, I think, and again I got this from the video that I watched. After you do that and you put all the clear coat on and you sand it, you do the wet sanding, then you need to apply this first, rubbing compound. So you get one of those microfiber towels, whatever, and you put it on there and you rub it in really good all over the entire body, and you'll see like right away it makes the finish look more smooth and shiny and way more professional looking. And then after that's done, then you rub on this. And that's what, those 2 things are really what made the finish come out looking really, really nice. Almost looking professional. Emphasis on almost. If I hadn't done those 2, the rubbing compound and the wax, it wouldn't look nearly as nice. It wouldn't look nearly as shiny and look like it has a clear coat on it. So I think a lot of guys probably, when they paint guitars with spray cans, they're probably not doing that step. You know, they're doing the clear coat and maybe sanding it a little bit, and it looks pretty good. But those 2 things right there will make it look much, much better. All right, so as I let that sit for several days or maybe up to a week without touching it or doing anything, I'm working on the neck. Okay, you can see the headstock, it's all painted. So this neck was completely unfinished. That's the way I ordered it, just raw wood. There was no oil or no lacquer or anything, no gloss on the neck, which is the way I wanted it. And I'm applying this to the neck, True Oil. So I got the True Oil because when I was, again, researching and searching and looking on YouTube and seeing how do people finish their unfinished necks, because I didn't want it to have that glossy finish. So this is one of the things that came up a lot. And I haven't used it before, but I went ahead and bought this little bottle of True Oil. So I wiped on the True Oil everywhere on the neck, except not on the top of the headstock where I put the paint, of course, but all the bare wood parts. Wiped it on with some old t-shirt. After I wiped it on everywhere, I let it sit for a little bit, and then I wiped on a second coat, and it's been sitting for, I don't know, a few days actually. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take some the 40, whatever it's called, the steel wool, the 0000, that one. And I'm gonna go over all the wood parts to kind of even out the oil to make it so it's not clumpy anywhere. And then I'm gonna put on another coat, and then I'll let that sit for several days. And then I'll go over all the wood parts with the steel wool so it's really, really smooth and feels really nice. And that's pretty much gonna be my last step in getting the wood and the neck and everything ready before I start installing the hardware. So that's it. So after this, in my next video, you're gonna see me talking about putting the hardware on, putting the pickups in, the wiring, and the most daunting step of all, which will be installing a Floyd Rose, which I've never done before, so wish me luck on that. That's actually the scariest part of this whole thing for me. Okay, see you next time.